Edu ya wada bia yene Adom 106.3 FM kan tuma ebom na e de dwumadi actually in the People's Forum abro eni kukuru TV any radio no eba wo nchen waboboa no ene ma haw no na ade atwe nim na mpadifo atbi na etuwa na mo ade ama na ba bia de ne kire eyela General Hospital ba bia bugu ye no ho ne kwakuti amam for concerns aside the hospital no what other concerns be na one more saban pen for etuwa na mo ade mo ba quickly ba me call man so na me kodi enkomo we emfa emra Emmanuel Wilson Jr. Chief Crusader Edema Crusaders Against Corruption. And on it is former chairman Edema Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Professor Frimpong Boateng, Special Prosecutor Tonesa Eddie Afreno. Tonesa for no copy was macho. Adia, ye the DB official say Ketashe, Prekankani dream the Onkodu and Abono. Ejina so Emma bill worth 5 million Ghana cedis. And now on it, Joy News Edding Komo actually say Edubebe disappointed about the move by pen for Ateki because of the reporter Eliki Eba Abonteno Eho. But many a year ima any sasemi eho when you take him watching a pay Eba Badwam so on Adom TV. Biaboko there.
Yamia do be beboko.
Yes, me patra ima.
Oh, I could see the Bible.
Ima quickly, Professor Frimpong Boateng charged with corruption and corruption-related issues amounted to about best 300 million Ghana cedis and over. As an anti-graft agency like well,
me that say, the kind, Maminka say, and said I know one p. It's for ni ashefo ebe a bit interested somewhere last month ana medito me Facebook wall. In other words, na me warning from Frimpong Boateng professor say onye careful because they be a we have certain privileged information.
Okay.
And it's not me based on the information na you won after last month me say BBC Boba. Now, Adikra Enye and one be is because information and now one XFP said there was going to be an orchestration to frustrate Professor Frimpong Boateng. And the reason why that frustration was going to be done on him is simply because of the reporter, which the interest of the president in they were going to hide it. But for whatever reason, it leaked. The presidency, as suspected strongly, said the leakage it came through Professor Frimpong Boateng.
Okay.
And if it came through Professor Frimpong Boateng, it is almost finding every way, one, to frustrate him, and then two, to discredit him and to discredit the report. And a orchestration and a planting. And I mean, because it makes me is so confidently say, we invite Professor Frimpong Boateng. Now, at the end of the day, the invite became their friend of arrest, to the extent that your man will be cramped. This is just the beginning of it. A number of frustrating activities will be unfolding in the coming days and in the coming weeks. It's a year and by a disappointment, a year on two people. First, the presidency, and then the second is on the office of the special prosecutor. The presidency, even though Yang Yaka over the past period said the fight against corruption under this government, we have lost it now. It is becoming evidently clear that day in, day out, the president is becoming so entrenched in protecting corrupt people and rather victimizing those individuals are and almost basic integrity. And there are typical examples to show in very recent time. The kind, Professor Frimpong Boateng on one Katani reporter or the buyer, a portion leaked. That report or indicated say the findings as suggested clearly said the sitting vice president is one of the individuals are almost engaging in corrupt galamsey, which is really against the law. Just recently, President a creative platform to speak to the nation and address the nation on two matters. The kind IMF update and a second one COVID-19. Strangely, you sue that platform to exalt the sitting vice president as his backbone. In other words, Onipa, it has been alleged or engaging in corrupt practices, which is Galantino. The president decided he would rather use such an important platform to let the whole world know this is a man in whom he is well pleased.
Okay, but Ima, before I ever to us, the way, and yet accusation na Professor Frimpong Boateng as against maybe a response from the vice president, CBA Beba na say Emma, you're concluding this, are we being fair to the vice president?
What we should do, if indeed we are committed to the fight against galamsey and a fight against corruption, is that where there has been an allegation, we investigate. We don't shield it, we don't throw it aside. We do what we call investigation. Until the investigation result comes out, we don't engage in any other thing. There has been instances where just allegations have not just
but if say mama kindly here, I can't remember some penny so day. Professor Frimpong Boateng report number CID for a thorough investigation. Office of the Special Prosecutor so the corruption aspect of the report. And you be an agent so the Professor Frimpong Boateng akasamui.
The CID allegedly investigation me pacho akwakusi saying.
Also obi amunwi enti na ente ho hwe no.
Well, if we have not heard anything about it, you don't jeopardize the process by exalting the one who is involved. I hate to say, some months back, our president he decided to obey awardee and obey honor certain people.
Yeah.
And strangely, he called Mr. Ajiman Menu to honor him. Someone Ababetuja from Onwani Confession said he has caused financial loss to the state in the name of purchasing vaccine for the country in fighting COVID-19.
Okay, so yamra back to your discussion. Now, the CID one aspect of investigation here. Office of the Special Prosecutors one aspect on also So I think the two can also work together and they choose to decide to call whoever they feel say or beboa in the investigation moyana.
The Office of the Special Prosecutor has the mandate to investigate each and every one I am mentioned in the Frimpong Boateng's report. In
corruption-related matters. I think that's an enforcer in the straight.
In what?
In corruption-related matters of Professor Frimpong Boateng report now, Elikino.
Exactly. So, every right to investigate all those individuals mentioned in corruption-related matters. But the bottom line is this. Since the report came to bear, how come none of these things have taken place? Now, in saying this, we are not by any way saying that if Frimpong Boateng professor is engaged in corrupt practices, and to say you're investigating.
Okay.
But what we are saying is that when you are doing you want to administer justice, you must make sure that it's not just the end result that matters, but the process must also be seen to be fair.
Okay.
And when the special prosecutor all of a sudden decides, and now the investigative bodies decide they will choose and pick who to investigate and leave others behind that, it creates a whole lot of suspicion.
If you conclude that they choose and pick, are you not running ahead of a Jumomo area? Because maybe out in the BI, apart from Professor Frimpong Boateng the if he say, oh, yeah, big fish in the discussion, probably maybe some other people also being called.
No, but who are those others that are being called since the report came to bear? Who are those people that are being called?
Apart from Professor Frimpong Boateng.
Mind you, Frimpong Boateng's report, the leaking took place a number of years after it was submitted.
Sure.
And then, Anna, when the submission of the report took place, the president did not refer the submission to the investigative body over this whole period till say leakage may take place.
Okay.
If indeed your commitment to really fight this corruption and fight it clearly, how come all these things are taking place a number of years after? And strangely, the eyes, from the investigative bodies, seems to be strongly on Professor Frimpong Boateng. Okay. That is why I established the fact that in fighting corruption or in administering justice, it is not the end result that really matters, but the process must also be done in such a way. Say, you our process.
Okay.
The president is really committed to this. Embrace CID or refer a case no CID or case CID investigating. Me no Ghana.
Yeah.
Unless there's anyone who can disprove it, I can speak on authority that CID has not officially called anyone who has been mentioned in the report.
Hey. Wait, serious so.
Me say.
Somebody Santinia Mampeni refer report no edema. CID no up to now free obia ye mention what's our report anymore.
Obviously, make sure say baby I'm no. There are certain privileged informations I have.
Okay.
I told you from the onset, and I know what I'm talking about. Me say a year then and a first of this past 2 or 3 years submission of the report Betuja. And Kenya the president said onto anamo. So say the leak portion started coming out.
Okay.
And okay, to refer case to the CID. Secondly, then since then, basically, CID has not invited a single person mentioned in the report. Thirdly, then all of a sudden, only Papua or submitted reports ni mono or no dear. OSP Enyakukodro inviting, and even through the invitation, it ended up becoming an arrest.
Yeah.
If this is not intimidation, what then can it be? Now, on the surface, we can even argue. Say, Frimpong Boateng, in this instance, to a very large extent, can be defined or referred to as a whistleblower. Is this how best we've decided to treat whistleblowers? If indeed we want to fight corruption.
Yem rechi.
Me patrol me.
Atuase.
With Frimpong Boateng, you can whistleblower. Obia
oboketa she prekan deuro.
No correct. You bet me akase. Frimpong Boateng in this instance, or you be a your best friend as whistleblower.
Okay.
It's a question. Let's say indeed. Okay, so some campaign be better. You almost see something, say something or something.
And quite that's all.
That's all. Into say encouraging Ghanaians say omu bibia, omu kabibia. Na me ordinary Ghanaian me baby. Na me share say the obia omu baby or decided so beka. Professor Frimpong Boateng. Na me share na me who say the year treating no. Osha ebema me sa kukodro no say me nso me hu bibia meka bibia na.
Iba enkomo ne wa ya beto aso ya da se pasalo pe wanya bre ene atwe enkonya me nhyira wo.